Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Hot Mic here on the John Rocha channel. I am John Rocha, joined as always by the man himself, the Sneider, Jeff Sneider. How are you, Jeff?
Hello, Johnny boy.
What's going down, man? What's going down with you? You're letting the beard grow out. What's going on with that? Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Look at that thing.
I don't see the sun anymore. I'm just writing all day, all the time.
You're like a little mushroom.
I don't even look in the mirror.
What's going on, man? How are things? What are you working on? What's going on in your life? Talk to us.
Bro, I'm good. Everything's good. It's good to see you.
You too?
Does it feel like there's a Star Wars movie opening tonight?
Well, yes, that's right. Mandalorian and Grogu happens tonight. I do have a thumbnail for that. It opens tonight.
Did you like it?
It's about 80 million. Is that what they said? 80 million is the size.
What did you think?
I liked it. I thought it was a fun movie for what it was. It's a movie from a TV show, 3 seasons of a TV show. I was not expecting it to be groundbreaking in any way, shape, or form. I enjoyed my time there, but it is a very lightweight film. The stakes aren't that high. Some of the Rot of the Hut stuff doesn't 100% work for me, and some of the CGI for the Huts is not that great. But I thought for a film for what it is, it was an enjoyable experience. I think the kids are going to love it, but adults clearly are very split on this movie, judging from the reviews and the reactions.
Yeah, if you're picking on the CGI, it's like, who cares? Like, that's such a minor thing. Like, how's the story? How's the adventure? That's what I care about.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the adventure and the scenes that they had, and it's very much a the Mando Grogu movie and their relationship and the progression of their relationship. And there's a sequence like 3/4 of the way in the movie where it's Grogu focused for quite a few minutes, and I kind of like that as an evolution of their relationship and as the franchise overall of Mandalorian and Grogu. So for me, it really worked.
What's up everybody's ass? What is everybody upset about?
I think they're upset because they're like, well, if it's Star Wars and it comes out on the big screen, it should be the most amazing thing ever. Why are you doing it as a movie if it's not amazing? And it's like, it's not like Star Wars has been hitting bangers after bangers after bangers on screen. Last I remember, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back are pretty much universally beloved. Return of the Jedi, Ewoks are very divisive for a lot of people, and it affected their liking of the movie. The prequel trilogy initially wasn't received that well by a lot of adults, although they made money. A lot of online message boards went after those movies, and George Lucas ended up selling the franchise because he didn't want to deal with it. And now we have Force Awakens, but then people didn't like Last Jedi, half and half, and then people hated Rise of Skywalker. Rogue One good, Solo not so good. So it's like, what are we talking about here, man?
I don't know, because I haven't seen it, but looking forward to checking it out. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it, because I think thanks for getting a raw deal from people with expectations that were, out of line.
Yeah, it feels like people have an axe to grind with Star Wars, and but it's mind blowing because the same people who will be like, Star Wars fandom is too toxic are the same people that come out and try to destroy a movie that's come out from Star Wars. So which is it? Either you're against the toxic Star Wars fandom or you're contributing to it by being overly critical and judgmental of a film that's coming out. And, there's legitimate criticisms to be made on the movie, but it's not a horrible movie, so it's just surprising to see how many people react to it. So
it's a placeholder. To me, it's the equivalent of like a game manager QB, right? Where it's fuck this up. Like we'd love to have a movie out in theaters a year before Starfighter.
Right.
We don't need to swing for the fences. We're just trying to get on base here. We can't strike out.
Right. Or in the NFL, like this is the backup quarterback coming in for a couple of games till the starting quarterback comes back and takes over the team. Yeah, absolutely. And so, to me, it's just, I don't know why people put so much expectation on a film based on a TV show. And they're the same people who are going to turn around and say Masters Universe was fun. And that's not negative to say. But if you say a Star Wars movie is fun, then somehow you're being a shill or whatever. So it's an amazing amount of hypocrisy going on here online. So anyway, but we got so much to talk about here in the world of entertainment. Please remember, Streamlabs super chats are open. Sending your love, sending your questions, thoughts, and comments. 200 of you already joining us here.
200? Are we losing?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a good question. We should have a conversation about it.
Are there other people that they're moving on to?
I don't think so. I don't think there's anyone else that does what we do. Yeah, exactly. Well, let's get to some stories, Jeff. Let's start this one off here. Jason Clarke apparently is joining the Heat 2 cast, according to Deadline. This is a $175 million film, of course, coming from Amazon, MGM, and United Artists. What role that Jason Clarke will play is unclear, but DiCaprio, Bale, Stephen Graham are also circling roles. So this is an interesting situation that Deadline is reporting that Jason Clarke is in it when no one else has really been officially confirmed to be in it. So do you like the addition of Jason Clarke to this Heat 2 situation?
I mean, yeah, I like Jason Clarke. I think he's a really good actor. I think he's an intense actor. Yeah. And I can see him being the bad guy in this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I could see him being that kind of character just because I think that he has kind of like evil eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Those like cold, piercing blue eyes that Jason Clarke has. Of course, I'm not sure what side who he's going to be or what side of the law he's going to be on, whether he's going to be a criminal or a cop. Right. But I do like this addition. But I do find it interesting that no one has been confirmed yet, and that we're still doing the Leonardo DiCaprio, maybe Christian Bale, maybe dance, and like that's true. But let's just say Leo was also going to be Evel Knievel.
Yeah, true.
Until he wasn't.
Right.
So don't be surprised if it's that kind of a thing.
If he pulls out, he might not be in it at all. Is that what you're sensing?
I mean, listen, I've gotten denials on this when I've looked into it. So I'm not saying that, but I am saying I've heard that he hasn't committed, and I mean, Deadline's own report today seems to indicate that. But then again, you wouldn't really go down the line with casting if you don't know who your leads are at this point. So
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
It's
interesting stuff.
Yeah, I see both sides of the street there.
Yeah. I think you're right. Clarke is such a great addition, kind of the manly type of actor that would fit a film like Heat and Heat 2. Getting Last Frontier, I think, was the last show he did there on Apple TV Plus. I got to interview him. Good guy. And I remember him from Brotherhood. Remember Brotherhood, Jeff? Set in Boston there, him and Jason Isaacs.
Showtime.
Yeah, Showtime. Right, exactly. He was great in that. So, yeah, I think he's a nice addition to this cast for sure. Let's see. We've got some other really recent news that dropped it today from Variety. This we get an update on the Michael Jackson sequel. Lionsgate, the studio behind the film, told investors and analysts on a quarterly earnings call today that it is hard at work on a sequel. We are really excited about the progress we're making with respect to a second Michael film, said Adam Fogelson, the company's film chief. All the conversations that we've been having with all the appropriate parties continue to go exceptionally well. I would say that there's a ton of incredibly entertaining Michael Jackson story and much of the biggest and most popular parts of his music catalog that were not touched upon in the first film. There are so many other events that happened, even the time frame of the original movie, that weren't touched upon. So we're very, very confident that we've got an incredibly entertaining movie that will appeal once again to a global audience as the pieces come together. And Jeff, this comes on the heels of a Michael Jackson documentary that Netflix just dropped a trailer for that is coming in just a couple of weeks as well. So your thoughts on Fogelman's comments here, and then your thoughts on that documentary that's coming from Netflix.
Did they put out a trailer for the Netflix documentary?
Yes, it came out yesterday. Yeah,
I think I saw a couple glimpses of it on social media, but I don't think I watched the thing the whole way through.
Okay.
I mean, does it look like anything special though? It kind of looks like it's just kind of like an exploitative Netflix documentary that reacts.
Apparently, they've got interviews with the jurors and interviews with the lawyers that were involved in all of this. So current interviews,
specifically about the trial.
Yes, but they're going to go into the trial, just the trial. Yeah.
People are going to watch. I don't think it's going to do huge numbers because I can't reconcile that. Like Michael, the movie, doing huge box office numbers, and then everybody rushing to watch this movie about his trial.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think it'll be a modest success for Netflix, but I don't think it's going to be like a juggernaut.
Right. Well, what do you think about his comments about Michael too? That there's still many more events to tell and more music to come, and
it's not another $1 billion movie. Basically, it's we're not saving all the molestation stuff for the second movie. Like, they're gonna try to hit the target audience that just showed up for this one, and that means more good, Michael songs and good times, and maybe there's a little bit more an allusion to that stuff because the timeline gets moved up. But yeah, anyone expecting happiness, the sequel, no.
Yeah, I want to ask you that. Like, do you think Lionsgate saw the reactions of the fans, saw how much money they made in this first movie, and we're like, yes, we don't even need to touch upon the allegations. We might not even talk about them. I'm telling you right now, I think that's a possibility here, that Lionsgate goes, fuck these people who want to see this shit about the allegations. We're not even going to touch upon them. We'll hide behind the fact that we didn't want to walk into a legal minefield, and we'll just do the best parts of Michael until he dies.
The audience wants to mythologize Michael Jackson. Yeah. They just want to sing to his fucking songs and dance in the aisles. That's what they want to do.
Yeah, do you think they turn this into a trilogy? Do you think they take Michael up into a certain point, stop again, and then come back for a third film? Are they stretching this out?
I would, yeah. I mean, who knows how to stretch a franchise better than Lionsgate?
That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
Why can't you do there's a ton of stuff you can do in the second movie, and then the third movie can be, the final years.
Right. The final years, him trying to come back, him trying to recapture the glory, sadly getting addicted to the drugs, being screwed over by the doctors. There could be there's a whole victimhood narrative that you can play with Michael if you wanted to go through these three movies, make it a trilogy. Right. That would be really interesting. Yeah, I agree.
Save the downfall stuff for the third movie, but I think that you'd make one more movie like in celebration of him. Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And then maybe you end like right after the Lisa Marie Presley marriage or divorce or whatever, and then you go into the next thing. It's very possible for sure. Yeah. We got our first shots. Hey, Jeff. Jesus Christ is back. Mel Gibson, the first shot was here and veiled the first look at the resurrection of the Christ. Spoiler alert, he's still white. The director's long-delayed follow-up to 2004's Passion of the Christ, filming on the two-part epic, has officially wrapped with production concluding ahead of schedule after shooting for 134 days across Italy, in Rome, Bari, Genoa, Krakow, Brindisi, and Matera. So there you go. What do you think of that shot there, Jeff? You like that look? Does it feel like Jesus to you?
Yes, and give it the Oscar for costume design. Those brown robes, amazing.
Sumptuous.
Yeah. Listen, Passion of the Christ was a good movie. I will probably see this new one, but I don't know. Like, how much more is there to say, really?
Well, we've got to get to we've got to get to the resurrection. This is what but the fact that this is a two-parter, Jeff, he only came back. He didn't come back for a whole bunch of years. Like it was 3 days. He came back, hung out with a few people, and then rolled on back up to heaven. So I'm a little confused. And I'm saying that as a Christian, so don't come for me. I'm just wondering what you're going to stretch out into two parts here, man.
Maybe you stretch out Jesus. I don't know. It's Mel Gibson after all. You put him on the rack. Yeah. Like Braveheart. I have no idea what is going to be two movies.
Right, because we saw it. So is the first part, I mean, as a Christian, as someone who studied this stuff growing up as throughout the church, I mean, like, I imagine what the first part is going to be is his descent into hell after his crucifixion. So are we going to get like a metaphysical, otherworldly? We had shades of that in Passion of the Christ when he was confronting the devil in that circle. So I wonder if that's a majority of the film or a lot of the film, and then him coming back and talking to the apostles. And then what does that lead to for the third part? So I'm really curious to see what they're going, or there's going to be flashbacks. Like, are we telling stories of the Christ through the apostles, of Christ through the apostles in flashbacks? Because that shot feels like something from Sermon on the Mount. So I'm curious to see how they're going to go about it.
Same thing. You took the words right out of my mouth, John.
Look at that. Where's the breads and fishes?
I may have burned a little bit too much bush before this.
Okay. All right. Oh. We're in some trouble, y'all. All right. Well, let's get into one of our main topics that I put as the title here on. Oh, by the way, is coming out. When's that coming out? It comes out May 6th of next year. So we're a little under a year away from the first part coming out. And the second part
has risen.
The second part will be May 25th of 2028. So, and both movies will land on Ascension Day, a Christian holiday that celebrates the ascension of Jesus into heaven. So
Jesus actually fights Mr. Freeze in the second movie. They're calling it Freezus Christ.
Freezus Christ. Oh my God. The worst. I put Jesus on ice. All right, let's go to this big thing. Jeff, some story came down today that the new Godfather movie is in the works here. Yes. Connie. Yes, Connie. It's going to be called Connie.
Talia Shire character for those.
Yeah, it's based on a new movie or new novel rather that is coming out here. Let me bring the author up here. This new novel that is coming out here. Where is it here? Oh, yeah, it's going to be called Connie, as Jeff said, a new novel authorized by the Mario Puzo estate, written by best-selling Italian-American author Adriana Trigiani, who you see there. The novel is coming out in fall of 2027. It will tell the story from the female perspective of Don Vito's only daughter, Connie. Paramount now has the film rights, which has some wondering if Coppola would be tempted, but a rep of his said that he is unlikely to direct this thing. Jeff, the third one was not that great. As you see the picture, the third one, not that great. I don't know. Do you bring Sophia in to do this? I said in my tweet, either Nolan or Villeneuve, maybe PTA, but no one else. Why do this, man?
It's going to end up being Ruben Fleischer. I have no idea. I mean, obviously Paramount wants to continue the, and this isn't necessarily Paramount, right? This is all like book stuff, but I'm sure Paramount would love to continue that franchise.
They have the film rights, so yeah.
Right, exactly. And, you know, De Niro and Pacino are still alive. You know, I mean, right? You got to do something with them while they're still alive. I'm not a huge Godfather guy. I don't necessarily need this story from Connie's point of view, although it is an interesting perspective, female perspective of, you know, what it's like being part of a mafia family.
Yeah.
You know, I just keep thinking of like Penguin, like season 1 of Penguin. Like, is that sort of what it's going to be like?
Oh, interesting.
Step into a role like that and take on power, or like, you know.
It's a good question. Like, what is the angle of this story? Because I mean, Connie is the one who's had the biggest journey to go on in all 3 of the movies. From the, you know, kind of scared sister and really like a mouse around the house who gets beaten up by Carlo, and in the end, Michael kills Carlo, and she hates him for it in the second film. But by the third, she comes around to understand the machinations of power and why Michael did what he did, and she loves her father. So do you bring Talia Shire back to play Connie, and you're going forward where she takes over the family from Michael because maybe Michael gets killed? Like, is that what you do? Or is it Connie like we're seeing through the years? So you're going to get another actress to play Talia Shire, recast it, and have her play Connie. You're going to recast all the Godfather roles. This is a dangerous thing to do. It's such an iconic franchise, man.
I mean, yeah, I don't love it. I definitely don't love it. But like, let's see how the novel is, right? Like,
yeah.
You know, maybe the novel's great, and this author has found a way into this story. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm nervous, John.
That's what you should be. It's a lot to take on for a classic film. All right, let's keep going.
What if not a movie from Connie's point of view? Whose point of view would you want it to be from?
Andy Garcia's, of course. He survived. Right? Was it Victor? He survived the third one. He should logically be taking over the family. So, is this a situation where Connie's his consigliere, and then, you know, he gets iced out? I don't know, because I mean, Michael walked away from it all, right, and then died alone in that chair, weeping for his daughter. So do you bring back Garcia? But I don't know, Jeff, because Garcia doesn't have that cachet anymore like he did when he was cast in Godfather Part 3. So do people get excited about seeing him back in this role? I don't know.
What about what if it's Oscar Isaac?
Oh shit, I love that idea.
What about a Fredo movie?
But I mean, but you know how it ends. A Fredo movie would be interesting. I agree with you. The idea, you know, him feeling hard done by everybody in the family, him struggling with his own like ability, insecurities and lack of intelligence in situations. That could be interesting. I mean, it could be, you know.
What if from Michael Jackson sequel you do a We Are the World movie?
Now you've had too much Bush.
About the making of We Are the World.
They should have done that in the first movie because it happened during the time frame of the first movie. What the crap? We'll see. We'll see, for God's sakes. So far, we have 400 of you watching us and one super chat. One motherfucking super chat. What are we doing here, guys? What is going on? Send in your love, your questions, thoughts, and comments on all of these topics. One super chat. Listen, this keeps up. I don't know if the show continues. I'll be honest with you. So send in your love.
We'll pull the plug. We'll pull the plug right now. And by the way, someone was saying in the comments section, oh, well, it's about the live scoops. You guys really have to like promote having like a live scoop and then people will tune in and shit. What did I say last week that all of a sudden was on 8 billion blogs this week about Batman? Okay. Yeah. I mean, you got to read between the lines of this show. It's all there. I lay it all out for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Come on, people.
From last week's show that we discussed. Back rooms, 50 million. Where's that now? That's all over the internet.
It's true.
Who's the first people to say that?
It's true. You dropped the Britney Spears story. Yeah, even though you had already talked about other places.
What podcast are you fucking listening to? Please enlighten me. Tell me what podcast. Because this podcast embarrasses whatever podcast you mentioned.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100% right now. Oh, what if it was about the daughter? It could be Kristen Milioti. I could see Kristen Milioti and Oscar Isaac coming in. That'd be incredible. I'm down with that. I love that idea. Yeah, Sophia's a possibility. Maybe. Does she want to walk? Like, has she established herself enough to possibly walk in her father's shoes as a homage and maybe full circle? Because, of course, the big criticism of 3 is her acting. So if she comes back as a director and delivers a great installment to kind of wrap up the franchise, that could be amazing. I'd be down with that. All right, let's move on to another story here, Jeff. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think this is now more of a possibility now that Schwarzenegger is saying they're going to start shooting in 2027 for King Conan? Christopher McQuarrie apparently very much on board. It sounds like they've got this thing going like a rocket ship. Do you believe it, or do you think it's still a question whether he's going to do it or not?
Yeah, to me, it's very convenient timing with this coming around the Cannes market, all these quotes. It seems like just trying to drum up in international sales and stuff like that. This seems like a terrible idea. And if you're Lionsgate, which I think is the one making this movie, I have no idea who it is. Wouldn't you wait to see how like Masters of the Universe performs in a couple weeks before you really started spending money on a fucking Conan the Barbarian movie?
Yeah.
No, this has bad idea written all over it.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Arnold doesn't draw anymore. So
Conan the Barbarian is like not a property. Like what? Are you serious?
It is to a certain generation of guys, but those guys are dying out. Yeah, a lot of us are dying out. Yeah, that's a good point. We'll see if it works out. I think it all depends on who they cast as the younger roles. That's going to, I think,
that's going to get the old guys in the theater. It depends.
The old guys are coming for Arnold. It's the younger generation that you're concerned about. Who are they going to come see the movie for? That's what you got to look at. So we'll see, though. We'll see. Let's move on to this other story. Oh, speaking of which, what are your thoughts on the Masters of the Universe? The final trailer came out the other day, and then the reactions overwhelmingly seem pretty positive, Jeff. There were a couple of people who had some issues. My boy Griffin Schiller, I think Jermaine Lucier had some issues as well, but overall pretty positive reactions. First reactions, Master of the Universe. Even Perry was very positive. It was a surprise for her that she enjoyed it. So is this grain of salt time, or because of the soft opening that they're predicting? What do you think of this?
I think it's a mix. I think that it's probably terrible in a lot of respects, the movie. And I also think that the movie's the best possible version of Masters of the Universe that, a boy could want. I mean, they spent $200 million or something on this movie, something close to that. So I think it'll probably end up being good.
Yeah.
If you want to see this, it's not going to do well because nobody gives a shit about this.
Right.
No, this is like a $25 million opening.
I wonder. Yeah. I mean, I wonder though, if the reactions if the early reviews are good, if the word of mouth is good, I wonder if this becomes like a film with legs, or if it's just going to be a first weekend type of film. What do you think?
Dragons have good word of mouth.
Yeah, it's true. It got better. Yeah, it did. It did actually. And Mortal Kombat 2 got good reviews for the most part, and that didn't translate to
Dragons is a much bigger thing to me in my head than Masters of the Universe. So, no, I just don't see this doing well. I think this is a miscalculation from a development perspective. And while I'm sure the movie is good and Travis Knight, delivered the goods and all that, there's just an audience for this movie.
The concern I have is that, like, they're not just like Mandalorian and Grogu, which is 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. They didn't screen this movie at some of the other cities around the country. Like, I didn't get a screening for it in San Diego. There's no screenings for it in San Diego, just like Mandalorian and Grogu. And that's usually a sign that they don't have a lot of faith in the movie. They don't want to spend the money to promote it by paying for these screenings. So this concerns me before I go see the movie next week. So we'll see. We'll see though. All right, let's move on to this real quick story, then we'll get to another big story here. What are your thoughts on Damon Lindelof's comments here, Jeff, about being moved off of Star Wars? He said, I was fired off a Star Wars movie. They asked me, what do you think a Star Wars movie should be? I said, here's what it should be. And they say, great, you're hired. And then 2 years later, I was fired. So I was wrong, at least through that prism. He essentially pitched a Jedi Civil War movie where certain Jedi believe in Rey's teachings, other Jedis don't believe in Rey's teachings, and then he also said it was very much going to be focused on Rey, Finn, and Poe. They were going to be the center of the Star Wars universe going forward. So anything to take away from these comments is a window into what's going on with Star Wars, or was Lindelof, was he aiming too high with his ideas here for this movie?
No, I think that the mandate was clearly changed time at Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
So he definitely sounded upset and a little bit bitter.
Yeah, right. I was surprised.
The reaction to his script was really good. Like, I heard that the first 10 pages of his script was like some of the best Star Wars shit ever, and it had like an awesome opening. But yeah, like I just don't get the sour grapes of it all.
His sour grapes, people's sour grapes.
Anyone's sour. Like, I don't know. Like, what are people mad about? Are people mad?
What people are saying is, like, how can you turn down a movie from Steven Soderbergh and Damon Lindelof and then come out with something like Mandalorian and Grogu? A lot of fans feel like here's two adventurous filmmakers who could challenge how we see Star Wars and give it a whole new artistic and challenging interpretation.
Like Patty Shankar said in my newsletter, making franchise movies has become about brand management these days.
Yeah.
It's not about taking a big swing. It's not about giving it to the filmmaker with the big voice. Like, yeah, some filmmakers will get that trust, like Denis or Nolan, but that's not what people are looking for, because like it can go wrong. We've seen it go wrong horribly.
Well, yeah, in The Last Jedi, right? I mean, Bryan Johnson made a lot of changes to Star Wars canon and approached it. A lot of people loved that movie. A lot of people hated that movie. Yeah.
Yes. So, and that's partially a symptom of all of Hollywood, but it's also specific in part to Lucasfilm, which, was kind of directionless for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I wonder about. I think there is some legitimacy to people who are upset about this kind of stuff, but I think you're right. I mean, when you're looking at a massive brand like Star Wars, how many chances can you actually take? And when you take a chance, if the result is a lot of people lose their minds like they did after Last Jedi, you're much more gun shy to take a chance on expanding the franchise. Something like Andor comes along, that's a different take because it's on TV. There's not as much risk
but
putting it up on the screen. Yeah.
Fans, think that they're smarter than they are, which is
God, yes.
They hear, Steven Soderbergh. I know Steven Soderbergh. Of course you want Steven Soderbergh's Ben Solo movie. I'm told, you trust me, you didn't. Trust me, you didn't. Okay? Nobody wants to trust me, but trust me, you didn't.
Yeah.
So Steven Soderbergh can say whatever he wants. But my sources who I've come to trust, they're just like, this was not what we needed at this point in time. Like, so to the fans, they're just like, this is what they should have done. Why are we doing this? Well, there's a very simple reason for that. because this is a safe bet and that's a risk.
Right. But is there something to be said about like the being averse to taking those risks? Because brand management also ends up blowing up in your face because you just do safe shit and people eventually tune out, or it becomes a factory like Marvel was accused of for quite some time over the last few years. This is the fine line you have to walk, you know?
I agree. And I think that, right, you do the brand management one, and so that you can do Starfighter and you can, do something a little bit different or whatever. Right. And then you get back to the safe stuff, which is episode 10, and you get things back on track. But I just, people, there's a reason writers should not be studio heads and vice versa. These are like two different halves of the brain.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see. We'll see as we keep tabs on that situation. By the way, we're at 400 people watching us now, 30 minutes into the show. Just a quick reminder, Streamlabs Super Chats are open. We've got 4 Super Chats here and a couple of Streamlabs. Thank you all so much. Please keep sending them in as we go along. Also, if you want to hear more from Jeff Sneider, you can subscribe to his newsletter at theinsnyder.com. You can also subscribe to my channel here down below right now. Hit that subscribe button. I currently have my non-spoiler review for The Mandalorian and Grogu out right now for you all to watch as well. And I do want to make a quick announcement. I will be launching a new show here on the channel. I want to take a moment to announce it here. It is going to be called The Rocha Show, and we are going to be broadcasting live or taped at times here on the channel multiple times throughout the week. So look for that coming soon in June once we get that all worked out. So I just wanted to make a quick announcement before we go forward.
Rocha Show?
That's right.
How did you pick the title?
I don't know. It was easy. It was really difficult. I was like, well, there's a Christian Harloff channel. There's the In Snyder. And I thought I could use my last name. Let me see if I can do that. And I did it. And there it is. So we've got it.
All right. Well, wait a second. Hold on. My brother
what's going on?
God.
What's your bro?
So no, we want to plug the store. But I'm trying to
yeah.
Made it very difficult here.
Okay.
Go on. What's next?
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the other big story in our title here. Jeff, you broke this news just a day or two ago about Christopher Cantwell coming in to take over for Lanterns. Apparently Tom King and Damon Lindelof, who we just spoke about, are taking a step back. They're still going to be attached to the show, but they're taking a step back, going to work on their own projects, Mr. Miracle and what have you. Chris Mundy will remain a showrunner, and then Cantwell is coming on. So I have to ask you this, Jeff. We just got a trailer that showed us more of what's going on in this show. We got ourselves a shot of Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. We got Laura Linney teased, as a lot of people are speculating might be Carol Ferris. And we saw Kyle Chandler there in the Green Lantern outfit, also coming to face to face with Sinestro. But you tell us what's going on here. Why are they moving away from Tom King and Damon Lindelof before the first season even debuts? Does this tell us that there were issues behind the scenes with maybe Chris Mundy or the studio? And though this first season came out okay, they think it could be better and they're moving on to Cantwell? Or is it his comic book experience that is going to help them like change season 2 from season 1? What's going on behind the scenes here, man?
Well, I don't know about the season 1 to season 2 changes or what was going on behind the scenes. I just know Damon Lindelof has the chain, right? He's working on another HBO show with Jodie Comer.
Right.
And the scheduling just does not work, right? He's got to get that thing up and running.
Right.
I don't know when they want to start shooting that, but maybe it'll be the summer, maybe it'll be the fall. Meanwhile, Lanterns debuts in August, and you want, probably after a couple weeks of that show, you would think they'll announce an early renewal, probably. Based on its success, to make it seem like it's a big hit and everybody's watching it. And at that point, you're off to the races. It's like, okay, well, we want to have a room already, a writing room staffed, and 1 or 2 scripts already in the can, so that the writing can continue maybe through the fall, and we can start shooting season 2, but either by the end of the year and early next year. I don't know what the idea is with all like the scheduling, right? I don't know if with a show that large you can do a season every year, or it's every year and a half or whatever. I'm not sure, what the Game of Thrones sort of schedule was, but whatever that was, It just makes sense. Like whether it's Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, any of these huge investments, Fallout, season 2 is kind of inevitable, right? You're almost pot committed cash wise. So Lindelof's busy with the chain. Tom King's busy with another DC project, which I believe is probably Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle, yeah.
So okay, these guys are busy. Like we need another guy or another person alongside Chris Mundy. And Cantwell, like you said, with the comic book experience, Halt and Catch Fire, he's the co-creator. He jumped right into that assignment. So he finally confirmed it yesterday. The show has obviously not been picked up for season 2. I mean, if nobody watches season 1, they're not just going to pick up season 2. It's a huge investment. But like I said, if you're putting together the writer's room already, I think it's with an eye towards a season 2 pickup.
But then my question becomes, what's the rush, right? I mean, why is this a rush to get into season 2?
What do you mean? You want to have season 2 out next summer, ideally, right? Which, I mean, in an ideal world, you're putting out a season of the show every year, right?
Well, yes, in an ideal primetime world, but in HBO Max world, that hasn't always been the case for some of these bigger. We see that in Night of the Seven Kingdoms, or House of the Dragon. There's like a whole year and a half, 2 years sometimes between Game of Thrones seasons, and that's more akin to what The Pit is not in the same realm as these other things. Right. So yeah,
it's the VFX and everything. You're
right. So that's why I was wondering if what's the rush? Is there a James Gunn plan he's trying to get moving here? Is this all connected? Is something coming out of Man of Tomorrow that needs to be connecting up into season 2 of Lanterns? That's what I wonder. Maybe if it's the rush.
Continuing Jon Stewart's story in Man of Tomorrow.
Man of Tomorrow, right?
Then it will lead into season 2 of Lanterns.
Okay.
So I just think it's about putting the season 2 out of what should be a hit show out as soon as possible, essentially, and capitalizing on the momentum. You don't want it to go too long between seasons. The thing I wanted to discuss.
Yes, bring it up, man.
I don't know if we have enough people watching, though. I mean, I didn't fucking announce it in the fucking headline. I want to tread carefully because I don't want to spoil anything. I feel like I already know too much about this show, but it's they're kind of starting to give away the big thing about this show,
which is
I don't know that I can say.
Can I say, and then you can give me a face?
I'll put it this way.
Yeah,
the character on anything, says the words. Over
my dead body.
That character usually winds up dead. So again, I don't want to say too much here, but the second half of that trailer felt a lot of Aaron Pierre.
Yeah.
Voiceover from Kyle Chandler.
Are you afraid? You have to embrace your destiny. Stop being afraid.
You're remembering somebody, that somebody told you or said to you, rather than it's in the moment being said to you right now.
Is this the Madison situation? It's an excellent point you bring up, Jeff, especially because some of the shots here, look, it looks like Nathan Fillion is pretty emotional here. That's probably Aaron Pierre behind the prison bars or vice versa. Then you've got Laura Linney. It looks like she's wearing just the hint of a black dress, which could be a funeral dress. There's a funeral shot in the actual trailer itself. So we speculated about this on the Geek Buddies yesterday that we think, or that's up now, that we think Hal Jordan is dying in this series or becoming Parallax, because we see Sinestro. I know that's kind of way out in the for deep cut for some of the nerds there, but becoming possibly Parallax in the show. So that could be possible.
I don't know about Parallax, and I know Uploaded 136 here is saying if you know what happens in the comics, he does not really die. I don't know what happens in the comics.
Right.
I just it wouldn't be a first for Kyle Chandler. Remember Mayor of Kingstown?
Yeah, right. That's right. Yeah,
he's the mayor of Kingstown for an episode, basically.
Yeah, for one episode. That's right.
So, he's technically the title character of that show in a way.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be a first. But anyways, I think it looks really good. Lanterns. I think it's going to be a hit.
I think so too.
And I think Chris Cantwell is a really talented writer.
Yeah, I love Halt and Catch Fire
for season 2.
Yeah. I love Halt and Catch Fire. For those of you who don't have AMC Plus, all 5 seasons are on AMC Plus. And right now, AMC Plus is running a huge deal where you can get a whole year of AMC Plus for $30, $29.99. So I highly recommend it. There's a lot of stuff on AMC Plus, especially if you're a horror person. Shudder is included in AMC Plus. So you get all the Shudder stuff, Sundance Channel, all that shit. So just doing a quick plug for anybody who's looking for a lot of content for a little amount of money. So just putting it out there. All right. Well, there we go. That's our thoughts on anything more to say on Lanterns. Have you heard anything more? I know you said you feel like you've got a lot of information on the show. Is there anything else you can say or hint at or no?
I mean, no. What else is there to say at this point? I've said it all. I broke that Laura Linney news, which was announced as news this week. I broke that a year ago.
Yeah, I was going to give you flowers for that. I forgot. Sorry, Jeff. Yes, Jeff broke the Laura Linney news, which was confirmed by her appearing in the trailer. So, yeah. Is she playing Carol Ferris? Do you know if she's playing Carol Ferris? Do you know who she's playing?
No idea.
Okay. All right. For those who don't know, Carol Ferris is Hal Jordan's.
I think she is playing Carol Ferris. I'm sorry. I think I think I reported that. Yeah. All right. Let's do this.
Okay. Break it down.
The Hot Mic store is open for business, guys.
There it is.
All right. I'm going to give you a bit.ly link.
Okay. We'll put it in the description of the video.
All right. But just so you guys know, it's bit.ly, bit.ly, right? /4, the letter O, 203 V3. So 203 V3. That's it. And you got hats, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff in there. I modeled for a dildo. You can get a Jeff Sneider. No.
None of that is in there. Let me bring it up so people can see what it looks like. There you go. That is the... Listen, I don't understand why the Snyder stuff is in the Hot Mic shop, so we'll have conversations about that. But the Hot Mic stuff is there for you all. You got Jeff's little decal, so you can put this on gas stations everywhere about movies. They're just like the Trump stickers that are popping up. But you got a cool little hat. You can have a Hot Mic hat, as a lot of you have been talking about. There's Jeff modeling the Hot Mic hat.
Wow.
There as well. You can be Team Sneider if you want to be Team Sneider, or you can be Team Rocha. Thank you, John, for putting me on one of these shirts there, Team Rocha, which I think is a great shot there as well. You can get the sweatshirts, the hoodie you can wear around town, for God's sake. So, and the little Hot Mic decal that you can put on your computers, book bags, wherever you want to do that. So there you go. And a shirt, of course. There you go.
It's a start, folks. It's a start. Thanks to my brother, John Sneider, for designing all this stuff.
Absolutely.
Go start. I mean, Christmas is only 7 months away. We'll be here in no time. Hanukkah.
Absolutely. Cinema. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, John. Of course, you're amazing. We appreciate it. Jeff, let's take a quick sports break here. Jeff, what are your thoughts on the Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano situation? We can see this connects because they're both actresses. They're both entertainers. What happened? The Netflix thing happened over the weekend. What do you think of the 17-second fight?
Pam Grier is having orgasms that last 3 days. I've had orgasms that have lasted longer than this match. Just a ridiculous waste of time. Wasn't even worth the time that it took for me to find it in the Netflix, like, you know, when you click the file and it was like a 3.5 hour long boxing match and the fucking fight comes at like the 3 hour and 2 minute mark. It wasn't even worth the scrolling that my thumb took to get to there. What was the point of this?
I think it was to help both of them. Like, you know, get back into the public eye, maybe be looked at differently.
It's PR, but it's like, this is like such a bullshit fight. Like, can you imagine ordering Netflix to watch this fight?
Yeah. Yeah. I already had Netflix, so it wasn't a big deal to me, but I agree. 17 seconds. That is not the best situation for overall.
Like an actual knockout in 70. It just seems so staged and so like, all right, like you let me get a lick in and now I'll just roll over and you can do your thing.
Right.
We're both getting paid.
I think Ronda Rousey got duped. Oh, I think Gina Carano got duped by Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey handpicked her, told her, "I really want to fight you. You are my idol. I want you to." She ends up losing 100 pounds, does all this training, does all these videos.
How do you lose 100 pounds? How big was she?
She was 240, clearly, because she got down to 140. So, if you see some of the photos from a year or two ago, she had packed them on. She had packed them on, which probably due to depression and frustration and anger with what happened with Disney and Star Wars. It's understandable. I've certainly put on weight when I've been depressed, so I totally get it. But
I don't know anything about putting on weight.
Well, yeah, there you go. But I mean, I think it's great that she lost 100 pounds, but this was supposed to help Gina, kind of get back in the public eye and redeem her a little bit and get people excited to see her again. So, but I don't think getting beaten 17 seconds does anything for you. And so in the end, I wonder if this serviced anybody, because Ronda comes out looking ridiculous for having challenged a person who hasn't been in the ring in 17 years. And Gina looks bad that she got defeated so quickly. So this helps no one, I think, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't help Netflix build its live sports thing, to me. These kind of bullshit PR boxing matches. If I was the real sport, I wouldn't really want to be associated with Netflix, because everyone's just tuning in thinking it's going to be a joke.
Yeah, kind of. And the matchups weren't that. There was only one really good match the whole night. Everything else was kind of, they were fun to watch, but they were over in one round. Not only one of them, I think, went past the second round. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the end. Philip says this is combat sports. People used to get mad paying top dollar for Prime Tyson tickets. Then he took cats out in seconds. No issue as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, but there's the problem in your comment. Prime Tyson, not Gina Carano, not Ronda Rousey 9 years after her prime. That's the difference, right? So, yeah,
it's not the same thing.
Yeah, we'll see what happens if there's anything to come of it, because people are already done talking about it. That's how little it mattered. People are already done talking about it. One last thing. What are your thoughts here? Jason Kidd fired as the coach of the Mavericks. Positive, negative? Anything you want to say on this? What you feeling there? No? All right.
Don't care. Who cares?
Okay. All right. There we go. Just wanted to ask.
Mavericks they're not going to matter for a while until Cooper Flag gets some help.
There you go. All right. Let's move on here to the Odyssey. It came out. What is this? AMC's website. If it's anything to go by, and it is usually reliable for a film's release date, the official runtime for the Odyssey is apparently listed on the AMC website at 2 hours and 52 minutes. Nolan did say this was going to be under 3 hours, so it is shorter than Oppenheimer. Do you buy it? 2 hours and 52 minutes.
I don't buy it, John. This is an 82-minute movie. No. I buy it. Yeah, I buy it. Did somebody at AMC just make it up today?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Okay. All right. Do you think it's a good runtime for this movie?
Great runtime, John. You haven't seen runtimes like this since fucking I don't know.
This is a great runtime, best runtime ever.
Epic story. I figured he would need some running time.
Yeah. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun to see when this thing comes out. Oh, and we should follow up that Lupita Nyong'o came out with a statement about pushing back on some of the criticism.
Beauty cannot be performed. And ain't that the truth, sweetheart? Look at this.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, I thought the whole thing was just stupid, as we talked about last week. A black woman, especially Lupita Nyong'o, can absolutely play Helen of Troy.
Yeah.
And I did like the tweet that went viral last week, Helen of Troy is like a woman who launched 1,000 ships. She made men go to war and fight. That's kind of what Lupita Nyong'o just did.
Yeah, I know. That was amazing. Lupita said, "This is a mythological story. I'm very supportive of Chris's intention with it and with the version of this story that he is telling. Our cast is representative of the world. I'm not spending my time thinking of a defense. The criticism will exist whether I engage with it or not. It's quite something to be a part of the Odyssey because it is so grand. It spans worlds. So that's why the cast is what it is. We're occupying the epic narrative of our time." I thought that was a really great, intelligent, well laid out answer.
Statement. And you know who didn't write it?
Who?
Britney Spears' publicist.
Are you still on Britney Spears? Jeff.
I finally got to speak my piece, share my truth. My fans thought it was a little too apologetic for a guy who bills himself as such a fearless journalist. They're like, you're kind of like being a pussy about it. But you know what?
What?
I know. The Britney fans deserved an explanation.
All right. Who would call you a pussy? I would love to know who would call you a pussy. This is insane. All right. Let's what are we going to move on to next? Oh, well, we should. I think this seems to connect. Jeff, what are your thoughts on this? Quinta Brunson is doing a Betty Boop situation. What are your thoughts on this? It's a feature film from Fleischer Studios, Fifth Chance Productions. She is developing and starring in this. And of course, this caused tongues a wagging all over again on social media. People saying that the Betty Boop character was based on a black performer from the past. Some people say it was based on a white performer from the past. Some people it was based on both. But this is a whole thing. So what are your thoughts on Quinta Brunson? Does this make sense for her to do a Betty Boop?
Or is it animated?
It's a feature film adaptation of the animated icon. So it seems like it's live action.
I mean, I actually think that Quinta will do a good job. Like, I guess it depends on what you're watching Betty Boop for. Like, the comedy or like to lust after Betty Boop, you know? Like, I don't know if Quinta's that kind of performer, but I think she can absolutely do the comedy side of stuff. So, and
is this a Barbie thing? Like, is this a takedown of Betty Boop to remove that aesthetic about her and explore a little bit of what this is? Yeah.
Is this actually going to get made? Like, this is one of those good piece of IP deals that you read about every few years, and like nothing happens with this. Do I really think I'm going to walk down the fucking street one day and there's going to be a billboard with Betty that says Betty Boop on it, and it's going to be with Quinta Brunson? Like, no, I don't, honestly. But you know, hats off to her, and well, maybe it'll be good. But yeah, she's fine. Like, what do we want? Scarlett Johansson?
I don't think so. What do you want? A rubber biscuit? So yeah, this will be the film will trace the origin and evolution of Betty Boop through the perspective of her creator Max Fleischer, examining the relationship between the artist and his creation as he navigates the creative and commercial pressures.
The lead still.
What's that?
It's a Jewish white man who's still the lead. Right?
Yeah, that's right, Max Fleischer.
Is this like Cool World? Is this kind of Cool World?
It feels like a little bit like that. Like he's going to create her, and then it's going to be how did he create her? What was influenced, and then like interactions with her. I think a little. It seems like that's where they're going with this. Yeah,
and I definitely think that Betty Boop was influenced by a black woman, but she's a white character,
right? Yes, as we've seen her historically, animated wise. Yes.
And that's why I'm leading a protest march on.
Oh boy. Not again, John.
Not another protest march. I love that. Who was it? Jay Johnson, his family, his like wife was like complaining today about how they lost everything because of January 6th. It's like nobody made your husband like get on the plane to DC, honey. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
These guys, these people, man, like do what you did, own up to it, and fucking stand proud.
Why can't everything be the exact same as it was before?
Yeah.
Husband moved to the Capitol.
Just because I smeared shit on the walls, why do I have to be? And I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying as a fantastical representation of it all. It's all mind blowing to me when you see that kind of stuff. Because like, listen, I have no problem if you have the conviction of your beliefs. I think it's great. Stand by them. If you whine and cry about victimhood afterwards, then it undercuts what you stood for. Because you're supposed to sacrifice for the things you believe in. To cry about it afterwards, the sacrifices you had to make. It undercuts everything.
I'm Quinta Brunson. I'm trying to do something a little bit more dramatic.
If I'm Quinta Brunson, you're saying if you're Quinta Brunson, you want to do something a bit more dramatic because she's doing comedy. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Like be one of the girls in like the new Set It Off or something like that.
Oh, that could be good. Although I think Janelle James fits that a little bit better if we're looking at anybody from Abbott Elementary.
Yeah, one's a star, one's not. But okay.
That's true. What are your thoughts on this? Where is it? Did I not do I thought I did a thumbnail list. Well, Matt Damon is leading the Daniels movie.
Matt Damon!
We finally found a star for the Daniels movie. He is in talks to star in the sci-fi action comedy duo from Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, better known as the Daniels. The role originally was sent to Ryan Gosling earlier this year, who exited the project because of, quote, scheduling conflicts. Then, according to THR, Jack Black was also being considered before Damon became the frontrunner. Jeff Sneider also heard the Daniels were very high on Brad Pitt, Oscar Isaac, and Keanu Reeves. So, do we like this? Do we like Damon being the choice in the end? Possibly.
We had Jamie and I had so many conversations about this movie and this piece of casting, and we did say, particularly Jamie, we said Matt Damon because it's like he's the star of Universal's big summer movie, The Odyssey. Like they want to business with him. I just didn't know if he'd be the right sensibility for this, even though he obviously has like a great comedy, like a great sense of humor, right?
Yes.
Always showing up on Kimmel and all that stuff.
Right.
I think that the problem for Gosling, THR did a good job of like reporting this out this week. So it is like I said, the role was too small. Right. So Gosling got to look at it and was like, what do you need me for, essentially?
Right.
So like if I'm going to do this, you got to beef up this role, the father role. Right. The problem was that they didn't have the time to beef it up because it had already taken so long, and they had to, if they wanted to use the tax credit, which they did, they needed to get shooting by a certain time.
Right.
So they couldn't afford to wait for Gosling. Yet they also needed a big movie star to justify this budget, right? So I think that they went to Pitt, and Pitt passed, and then they went to Keanu, and Keanu passed. They talked to Oscar for a while. I don't think that they ultimately went to him because he's not a big enough box office draw. Oscar. Right. And also Beef season 2 did not get very good reviews, but like Frankenstein, like Oscar had some heat.
Yeah.
And then they went to Damon. Then I heard that they dicked Damon around a little bit.
Wow.
And there was a conversation about going back to Brad, because Brad was like, Brad really likes the Daniels and wants to work with them. But ultimately they just couldn't figure it out, and they're like, we need to make this happen now. Like if we can get Matt Damon, like forget like waiting for Brad to come around or change his mind or whatever. Like let's get Matt Damon. Let's do it. So
was it getting to the point where they were going to have to push the production?
They couldn't. Like no matter what, that start is firm because they need the tax credit. So
that's what I was saying. Like, was there
could fit into that slot? And so, with it being Universal's like, well, he has press, right?
Yeah.
For us to see, and that's super important to us. But this is super important to us too, and we need a big star. Like, so yeah, they figured that out.
Yeah. I'd be curious. I agree with you. Like he does comedy well, but I don't know if I've ever seen him do sci-fi comedy. I guess there are moments in Interstellar, but The Martian. But I wonder if that's going to be something that how outlandish are they going to go with this?
Again, it's a supporting role, right? At least
that's true. That's
true. That it's multiple time periods, and that the 80s time period is the 5 teens with the teens are mainly they're the main characters.
Star. Right on.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, we'll see. And speaking of Brad Pitt, what are your thoughts on this? We've got ourselves a release date for The Adventures of Cliff Booth. Apparently, it is going to be released in IMAX theaters worldwide on November 24th for a 2-week run, then premiere on Netflix on December 23rd. Now, do you buy this? Do you think it'll come out for just 2 weeks? I mean, if people go to the theaters to see this film, a Fincher film written by Tarantino, could they extend the time? What do you think about this?
No, you can't extend the time because once you've announced it to shareholders, the Christmas views are coming.
Yeah.
So no, I think they'll stick to the 2 weeks that have been announced. At least in IMAX. I mean, technically they could keep it in theaters longer.
I guess that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, they could. But this takes
through Christmas, right? Like as long as it could just be simultaneous. Yeah, it's in theaters and on the service. This was another one that Jamie predicted once IMAX had there was that article saying IMAX was close to naming a replacement. There were only so many movies that I thought could take the slot that Narnia vacated. It makes sense that Netflix would want to step in and give the slot to Cliff Booth and show that it's still committed to theaters. I thought there was a possibility that Disney could push back Whalefall based on the response at CinemaCon. Whalefall a big IMAX release. I don't know if it's getting one or not.
Right.
But there were a couple of different possibilities. The Cliff Booth, I think, is the one that really everybody was most excited by.
So all the slots are filled, right, Jeff? So we're getting Doomsday. Aren't we getting Doomsday? Like, there's no going back, don't you think? This is it, right? We're almost in June.
Like it. It does seem like it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, a lot of people thought it would move. One of them could possibly move into this slot after Narnia exited the slot, but now it's gone to Booth.
We still haven't seen a trailer for Avengers, so until you do,
yeah,
don't give me like there's a countdown clock online.
Yeah.
And when are we going to see that trailer? Because I thought it might be on Star Wars, but now it looks like it'll be, I don't know, disclosure.
I think you mean, when are you going to see that trailer? Because I saw it already. But yes, it'll probably be on Disclosure Day or whatever.
I acted it out. You can see the trailer on my TikTok.
That's true.
TikTok.com/TheInsider, folks.
Bang.
Your trailer early, starring me instead of Chris Hemsworth.
There you go. Let's see what else. Oh, what do you think about this, Jeff? What do you think about James Franco joining the Rambo prequel movie?
Love it.
Tell me why you love this.
I like James Franco. I want James Franco back. What James Franco did was wrong.
Yes.
The price, his career has been impacted. His life has changed. He has been humbled. He is apologetic. I don't know that he'll behave like that again, but I would like to see James Franco make a comeback because I think he's a real talent.
But is this the place to make a comeback? A Rambo prequel movie, man?
You take the work that you can get, man. Yeah, I think if you're trying to get back into studio movies, like, what are you going to wait for? Like, Fincher or Nolan to throw you a life preserver, dude? This is a way back. Lionsgate is doing the same thing. What else do they date today? Day Drinker with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Just these guys, they're just too talented and to just go away forever. I mean, even Scott Rudin's making a comeback now on Broadway. So
Laurie Metcalf has essentially put her stamp on him.
Yeah, Louis selling out stuff. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I think it's bad.
You got to take a call.
Oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead. Am I going to take you off screen? Oh, yeah. All right, he'll be back, y'all. Well, here's what I'll say. I think it's a dangerous thing because I think you bring unwanted attention to the Rambo prequel movie because now people will be like, well, why is he getting a chance to be in the film, blah, blah, blah. And so I wonder. Now, you could say Rambo, it's mostly a dude type of franchise, so maybe this is a safe space for him to come back through. I can hear that. I understand that. That makes sense to me. I just think you don't want – there's already people going, why the fuck do we need a Rambo prequel movie? And, all right, is there anything big? Anything big you want to say? You're muted. So.
I can't say yet.
Okay.
But, subscribe to the Insider.
There you go. My only issue with this is that I wonder if it brings unwanted attention to the Rambo prequel movie, but who knows? Maybe it's the perfect place for him because it's a dude's movie. Not a lot of dudes are going to be too wound up about Franco appearing in it. So I guess it makes sense if you're going to come back in anything. Let's see what else. Oh yeah. What do we say about these rumors, Jeff? What do you want to say about these Tom Francis? Was this just a good publicist putting his name out there and quote unquote leaking it to help him get some attention that he's up for the James Bond or possibly up for the James Bond situation? Or is there any semblance of truth to this rumor?
I mean, it doesn't make we're hearing conflicting things, right? We're hearing people are auditioning, but then we're also hearing that nothing has started because there's no finished script essentially. So, I don't really know what to believe. I don't think that this guy has any chance of being Bond. I think I have a better chance of being James Bond than this guy.
Okay.
All due respect.
All respect.
I just didn't think so. It was Tom Francis, and wasn't there another guy who was named or no?
Let me look at the article. I don't see another name.
These people have to be fuckable.
You don't think
this dude isn't fuckable? But what I mean is,
there's plenty of chicks who fuck this guy. What are you talking about?
Obviously, he's more fuckable than I am. But
that's not the bar, by the way. That's not the bar.
That is not the bar for James Bond. They don't. There's no measuring stick.
It's like right above Sneider.
I looked at him and I was like, like I don't really see women going nuts for this guy. Like,
wow.
I have a pretty good, barometer for that. I have to say.
Okay.
I don't get heartthrob vibes from him.
I feel like we should bring in your lady and ask her if she would. Like, I don't know if you're the one.
You leave my lady out of this.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know that we should trust you.
She doesn't need to know that other men exist.
Oh my, that seems like a healthy relationship.
Get back in the cage.
Oh no!
Whoa!
Those are jokes. Those are jokes.
Easy there, guys.
Easy now.
Okay, guys. Look, the cage is unlocked. There because she likes it.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Well, it was nice doing the show, everybody. Take care. Have a great life. I have to disagree with you. We're talking about the fuckability of Tom Francis, and I have to disagree with you. I think this dude is very attractive.
John's like, I would fuck this guy right now.
I didn't say that because I don't do that, but I mean, I could understand. If someone wanted to.
Let me tell you something, folks. If Tom Francis was actually in contention for James Bond,
let's get to that.
You never would have heard about his audition.
Right.
So because no, people say, oh, Jeff Sneider, he doesn't say anything anymore on these podcasts. He doesn't say anything.
Okay.
I heard something to that.
Oof. James Bond related?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got for us?
I don't know if I buy it.
Okay. All right.
I buy it. But in fact, there are parts of it that doesn't even make sense to me, quite frankly.
Interesting. Okay.
But I wonder if there's some truth to the Callum Turner stuff of it all.
Ooh. All right.
Because I heard that Callum Turner has pulled out of 2 projects. And one of those projects,
yes,
I'm told, was Oceans.
Oh, shit.
The Bradley Cooper, Margot Robbie.
Oh, interesting.
Heard Callum Turner was in that, and he pulled out.
Wow.
So what I'm getting at with all of this is...
Yeah.
Do we think this is a legitimate casting process? Or do we think Callum Turner really was told on the DL, like, you're the guy, and we're just going to kind of go through the motions with everybody to make it look like we did our due diligence? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, is this to make an NFL, is this a Rooney Rule situation where we're going to interview all these people, but we already know who we want? Is that what you're saying?
Right. Which I think happens a lot, whether that's like hiring a football coach, and it's like, well, we need to do the Rooney Rule and interview these people we know we're not going to hire, but whatever.
Right.
I think that that's possible.
Okay.
I don't see Callum Turner as Bond. I don't like the hire.
Okay.
So I'm struggling with that. And the other thing is that this is such a wild, it's like he's supposed to do the Possession remake, isn't he?
Oh, right.
I don't know if that's another project that he pulled out of, or I heard something else that Parker Finn was doing that hadn't been announced yet.
Okay.
Called like The Bureaucrat. But I'd heard Pattinson was going to do that, but it's like, isn't Pattinson busy with Batman the rest of the year? So it's just a tangled web involving Pattinson, Callum Turner, Parker Finn, and Bond. It was like of wires and being crossed. So I can't really figure it out, but there's something going on.
If I was Amazon MGM, I would back the truck up and get Pattinson. I just would back the money truck up and go whatever it's going to take.
Can't have Batman as James Bond. These are not the same people.
The Batman's about to end. We don't even know you're going to get a third one, dude.
Yeah, there's a third one.
What's going to happen with Warner Brothers, Paramount, and the whole fucking DC? Like, why? Like, there's so much that's up in the air. Bond.
I don't think Pattinson is Bond. Like, we saw Tenet. That wasn't it.
I thought he was smooth as fucking Tenet. That's the best part of the movie. That movie was a mess. So, but that's just how I feel. I would love to see him as Bond. I think he'd be incredible as Bond, and he's fuckable.
Pattinson is too interesting an actor for us to lose him to Bond.
That's, you know what? That's a fair point. Actually, I can understand that. Yeah. Okay. So here's Callum Turner. I could see it. There's little shades of Daniel Craig there. But here's Tom Francis. You don't think Tom Francis is fucking?
No, looks like Jeremy Allen White. Like,
look at those piercing blue eyes, man.
No, he's way too British. He looks like a British period drama, a costume drama guy.
I am James Bond.
At all.
Okay. But you think Callum is?
No, I don't really think he is.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But again, I don't know what they're looking for.
Right. Interesting. All right. Okay, let's move on. What about this, Jeff? Do you hear this story? Netflix making a Getaway remake, the Getaway remake in the works at Netflix from Adolescence creator Philip Barantini. Remember the Getaway there, as you see on the screen, directed by Sam Peckinpah, starring Steve McQueen, Ali McGraw, who were, I think, married at the time when they did the movie, and then was remade in the 90s with Baldwin and Kim Basinger, who were also married at the time when they made that movie. From what I understand, that led to their divorce eventually. But do we need a remake of The Getaway, and do we need it on Netflix? As much as I love the Adolescence show, do we like this idea?
It's a series, right?
Yeah, series. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do we need it?
I mean, it could be interesting. Yeah, I could see it.
Okay. All right.
It's a decent title to redo. It's not untouchable.
But it's weird to follow up Adolescence with something like this. It doesn't seem to. Seems like a bit of a left turn.
I think he's got a couple of things.
Yeah, he's got Enola Holmes 3 that he's also doing.
Yeah, so I don't know. This is just a development title.
Yeah. Peter Craig, who wrote The Town and The Batman, has penned the script.
I do like Peter Craig.
I do like The Town and The Batman. So, who would you cast as this? Who is Steve McQueen right now? We don't have a Steve McQueen, Jeff. We don't have a fucking Steve McQueen. I can find me an Ali McGraw, but I don't think we have a Steve McQueen. Anybody think we have a Steve McQueen? I don't know. I don't think we do. One last thing from the Nepo Baby files. Jeff, you're a big Mr. and Mrs. Smith fan. What do you think about Francesca Scorsese, who with limited acting experience, doing a bunch of shorts? And look, no offense, I know she's a Scorsese, but still, got to call this out. What do you think about her being cast in season 2 of Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Do you like this, or do you have any issues?
I like her, but yeah, I mean, this is weird. I think there's going to be multiple Mrs. Smiths, right? So it's just yeah, there's going to be a bunch of them.
Okay,
that's what I think.
Okay,
so sure, she could be one, but it's kind of like
she's not going to be carrying the show.
It's kind of stunt casty, and it's really just like aimed at like the TikTok crowd, right? Isn't that sort of where her audience is?
She's great on TikTok. She's great on TikTok.
She is great. So it's like, why not give her a shot?
Yeah, makes sense.
Something recently that I was watching, and she popped up in it for a second. I want to say maybe Roommates or something like that.
Oh yeah, maybe.
It was something. I'm gonna look it up now because it's gonna drive me fucking crazy.
All right, do you? All right. All right, here. I want to all right, while you look that up, I'm gonna bring this up because I want to discuss this, and then we'll get to the questions. Send in your Streamlabs super chats as we're getting into our last topic here.
Roommates, I was right. Boom, bitch.
What is that? What is Roommates? Is that a TV show?
A Netflix movie with Sandler's kid. I really liked it with Chloe East.
I never saw it. Okay. Well, let's get into this. Vin Diesel, who's apparently performing an aria here at Cannes, had some comments to say about the 25th anniversary of the Fast and the Furious. That was being celebrated at Cannes on the other side of John Travolta and his beret, which Paul Schrader was very unhappy about, John Travolta getting a bit of love. But Vin Diesel said the Cannes has always been part of my journey positioning the festival as a foundational thing to his career identity. And he talked about popular cinema versus other art. He said, what that first Fast film did 25 years ago was remind Hollywood of something it had quietly forgotten. Popular cinema made with conviction and love is not a lesser form of the art. It is the art in its most ancient and essential function, the story told to the whole community, the fire everyone gathers around. What the fuck is he talking about? It's a Fast and the Furious movie, Jeff. What the fuck is he talking?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Comparing it to cavemen passing on tales of the past. What is this nonsense? Vin!
This is how self-important some actors view themselves. Yeah, Vin, I mean, what is there to say about this guy at this point?
I don't understand saying something like this. But, I mean, the point here, popular cinema is not a lesser form of the art. I understand where he's coming from because some, like, say, The Dark Knight, right? That was a huge deal, but a lot of the people didn't vote for Best Picture, didn't get nominated, which ended up causing the Academy to expand the category to 10, and still rarely do superhero movies get nominated. I think Black Panther, I think, was one of the only ones, and Joker, I think. And you look at this stuff and you go, okay, I get where you're coming from, but there is a delineation between popular cinema and art cinema, and there's just two different things. They can cross streams, but Fast and Furious is not fucking art, for God's sakes. It is a fun franchise movie that spawned a bunch of ridiculous sequels that are enjoyable as hell to watch, but this is not the hill you want to die on. The Dark Knight you can die on. Logan you can die on. Hell, I'll give you Endgame, but I can't give you Fast and the Furious. It's nonsense. Utter nonsense. So.
I'm reading that. Did you see that Penske is going to acquire more companies?
Where's that at? Let's bring it up. Where's that at?
They're just.
Did he announce it?
No, it's they're making a deal. Adweek is saying that Penske's in advanced talks to take the brands that weren't the Vox brands that weren't sold yesterday for $300 million.
Yeah, to Murdoch,
SB Nation, The Verge, Eater, Pop Sugar, and the Dodo. So SB Nation would be owned by Penske.
Oh, what is the point, Jeff? Are we the last ones holding out? Like, what's the deal here? I mean, I'll take the money, Penske.
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
want to buy the
I can be bought. Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild out there.
Jesus Christ!
It's the consolidation, right? That everybody was predicting on the studio side and the streaming side, but now it's happening on the media side.
It's such a shame, man. Where's the individuality if one company owns everything and tells you what you can and can't talk about? I don't know, man. What the fuck, man?
What the fuck, indeed.
I don't want to. Listen. I think that's why I could never sell out, because you'd have to be told what to do, and I don't want to be told what to do. I hate being told what to do.
Good at that. He's not being told what to do.
That's why we do the hot mic, for fuck's sake.
All right, what's next on the list?
That's it. That's everything. Unless you want to get into the questions. You want anything more you want to talk about?
I mean, what do you think of like Cannes? Anything coming out of Cannes?
All I'm reading is that they're getting a lot of terrible reviews. The Cannes stuff.
All the movies that Neon bought to win the Palme d'Or are coming up short.
Yes.
All these movies, like other movies, are like coming out of nowhere, like The Black Ball, which is from the Javis.
Yeah.
And obviously Club Kid, right, from Jordan Firstman, which no one had high expectations for, and then it winds up selling for $17 million to A24, and that'll probably be like its big Oscar play this year, which is just like a wild thing. Yeah. Jordan Firstman was hosting the Pornhub Awards last year. To be clear.
Yeah. Oh shit! Did I not bring this up? Fuck off. You know what, Jeff? I work so hard to get this show right, and sometimes things slip through the cracks because I don't put all the thumbnails in because I'm making them all at the same time. Where the fuck is that thumbnail? God damn it. I'm so mad at myself right now. I thought I'd put it together. Oh, all right. Anyway.
All right. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do Neon's marketing for them here. You ready?
Hold on. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. For the next minute or so, I'm gonna tell you guys the opening scene of I Love Boosters.
Wow.
Okay, if you want to watch I Love Boosters pure, don't listen to this next minute of the show.
Okay? Go ahead.
But I loved the opening. It's basically like Keke Palmer's like dancing up on men in a club, right? Trying to like, seduce one of them and find someone to go home with. She rubs up on like this huge black guy and she's like, "What size shoe do you wear?" And he's like, "I wear a size 12, baby." And she's like, "Let's go fucking back to my place right now." Right.
Whoa.
So she takes him up there, and he gets up there and she opens the door. And it's basically like a closet of stolen goods, like all this like stolen menswear.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And he's like, "You stole all this shit?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "So like, are you not trying to fuck? Like, you don't want to fuck tonight?" And she's like, "Oh, I might fuck tonight, but I ain't fucking you."
Wow.
Like, but you are here and like, you're not going to get a better deal in this city than like what you're gonna get here. So if you want to be fucking fine bitches like me, you need to like up your game and dress better, right? So the guy like thinks about it for a second, right? He thinks about it and he's like, "What do you got in a size 10?" Isn't that great?
That's good. That's good. I have no complaints. No notes on that. I think that's
great writing, guys. The movie is all over the place. It's fucking bonkers. It's exactly what you think would come out of the mind of Boots Riley. I can't say it was for me.
Yeah.
But I thought that opening was hilarious.
That is really good. That is really good. So here's the thing I was looking for. I found it. Jeff, I forgot to ask you about this. Michael Bay has a new movie coming out. He is set to direct a film based on the recent high-risk military rescue mission involving the downed U.S. pilots in Iran. Dude, that story is not even cold yet, and already Michael Bay wants to plummet for a film that he's going to do here. It's being described as a large-scale, action-driven retelling of the real-world extraction, which is par for the course when it comes to Michael Bay. The film centers on the events during Operation Epic Fury when an F-15E Strike Eagle was shot down in the Zagros Mountains. According to the report, both the pilot weapon systems officer were successfully recovered in a complex U.S. military rescue operation carried out in a hostile territory, an incident that quickly drew international attention. But there are people claiming that it didn't actually happen. So we've got that element of it as well. We've seen some people claim that this was a bit made up and it wasn't necessarily shot down. So this is an interesting quagmire he is walking into. This reminds me of 13 Hours when he did that Benghazi movie. So what are your thoughts on this? Listen, I love a Michael Bay movie, but this is combustible territory, man.
I like this for Michael Bay. I certainly like it more than toilet movies. I mean, I like these kinds of heroic tales and, long shots of survival and overcoming the odds and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Here's what I'd like to see. Timothy Chalamet.
Ooh.
Michael Bay taking Timothy Chalamet, making a man out of him. Making a man out of him.
Dude.
And who else?
Wait. He's banging a Jenner, bro. I don't think he needs to be made a man out of anything, bro. He is doing just fine. He is doing just fine.
He needs to be a grunt.
Okay. All right. Fair.
I'd also like to see Quentin Tarantino's favorite actor, Paul Dano.
Ooh. Oh, man.
Oh, I saw in Escape at Dannemora.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, all right. I could see that. All right. Yeah, this is an interesting situation. To me, there's still a lot of, kind of drama around this kind of stuff. Why would you open the door to it? And if you take part in it, are you in essence labeling yourself as an actor or a creative who is partial to the Trump approach to Iran? This is an interesting situation to see how many actors will come to this and be a part of this, and it's always curious to see. But look, I love Michael Bay, and he hasn't had a hit in a while. And certainly going back to something he did well, like 13 Hours, I understand the call. I understand the reasoning here. And he loves to work with the military. They love working with him. So he will get the best of whatever the military want to use or let him use there on the set. So we'll see what it leads to. Yeah.
My phone's blowing up with juicy shit right now. Juicy shit. I can't share it. I've shared enough.
All right. There you go. Well, let's get to the questions then. Let's jump into it here. If you haven't sent in your Streamlab or Super Chat, now's the time to do it. 500 of you joining us right now. Real quick, you want to subscribe to Jeff's newsletter. It's at the Insider.
You want to subscribe to it.
There you go. You want to subscribe to it. Also, please subscribe to the channel down below. That's free. Hit that bell button, subscribe, and leave your comments on everything we talked about. W. Grant says, in honor of Kyle Busch, rank these 5 his original number racing movies: Days of Thunder, F1, Ford versus Ferrari, Talladega Nights, Driven. And of course, rest in peace to Kyle Busch. He passed away today after a surprising illness, is what I've read in The Athletic. I think he was 41 years old. The bad
Kyle
boy
Busch,
of racing.
Race car driver?
Yeah. The bad boy of racing, 41 years old, passing away. An incredible shame for sure. Rank these 5. Ford versus Ferrari, Talladega Nights, Days of Thunder. No, F1, Days of Thunder, and then Driven. That's mine.
I'm gonna go. Jesus. I'm gonna go F1, Ford versus Ferrari, Talladega Nights, Days of Thunder, Driven.
Oh, okay. All right. Alan Smithy, what's up, Alan? Says, sup, hot guys. Wall Street Journal article says IMAX is considering selling their company. They are looking for a buyer. What do you guys think? People like I minimum more and not IMAX? That's very funny. Very funny there, Smithy. Wouldn't this be the perfect opportunity for Disney to buy IMAX right now, Jeff, if it's really for sale?
That would be nuts. I mean, that'd be a hell of a way to keep everybody out.
Yeah.
You could just own IMAX screens yourself. Wait for somebody else to come up with something.
I mean, I if I was Disney, I would seriously consider this.
And then you license Infinity Vision to Warner Brothers.
Yeah, there you go. Make money all around. Figs 1210 says, any update on the Top Gun 3 director? Do you think Tom will film Doppelganger before Top Gun 3?
That Doppelganger story moved needles, my friend.
Oof.
Good stuff. Yes, I do think he will shoot that before Top Gun 3, and no movement on a Top Gun 3 director yet.
Okay. All right. Jeff, friend of the show, Griffin Schiller sent us this tweet and wanted to know what we thought about this. So I'm going to bring this up here. Where is it? Oh, maybe I can't. Hold
Griffin
on.
knows who we are.
What's that? Griffin is great. I love Griffin. Let me see if I can bring this tweet over here and bring it up. It's a James Bond thing. I don't know who Crazy Days and Nights is. But they have 69,000.
I know who Crazy Days and Nights is.
They say Thursday, May 26, 2026. Blind item number 1. The gossipy witch actor is the front runner for 007. And people already assuming that it's Cavill or Jonathan Bailey. Could be a possibility. So do you buy any of this stuff? Do you think it could be what gossipy witch actor could be the front runner for 007? Is there any truth to this?
I don't know who the gossipy witch is.
Okay. All right.
I mean, Callum Turner was gossiping about having landed the role.
Was he? Callum was gossiping?
Remember, he supposedly told his friends.
Oh, right. I think it's Jonathan Bailey or Cavill. That could be who they're referencing, it seems like.
Cavill? You think it's a 40-something-year-old fucking guy? No.
I mean, I don't know. If it's a one-off, you could do it with Cavill for a one-off. But then again, does Cavill have they just sent his Voltron thing to streaming. How's Highlander going to do? There's questions all around.
Enough with Cavill. I think you're insane to even think that that's a possibility.
Okay. Robert Quinta says, Robert Aramayo as Freddy Krueger. I see a fit.
I like it. I could see that. I'll take it.
All right. Evelyn 531 says, how much will Gunn's future running DC be impacted by Supergirl's performance, or does everything just depend on Man of Tomorrow being big? Oh yeah, I think it's Man of Tomorrow. I don't think Supergirl or Clayface have anything to do with it. It's Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know that David Ellison's like looking at the Supergirl grosses, being like, "Am I going to keep James Gunn based on this?"
Right. And by the way, it was announced that she will officially be in Man of Tomorrow, so no surprise. Mike Joyce says, any con movies that have caught your attention, good or bad? Jeff, anything?
Any canon movie? I mean, other than Club Kid, the Refn movie caught my attention, but for all the wrong reasons.
You didn't like that trailer?
Sounds like it's a nightmare, literally.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see a single positive review about it, I don't think so.
That's a shame. Real quick, there's a bunch of trailers that dropped this week. Victorian Psycho, Hope, Strung.
Hope was what we saw at CinemaCon, and I think it's a great teaser. Teaser.
That looked fantastic. I wasn't at that panel, so I didn't see that trailer, but I saw it. Loved it.
Victorian Psycho, looked okay. I actually liked hearing somebody use heavy metal in a trailer again. But that'll be whatever. What were some of the other ones? I mean, I'm thinking over the Wildwood trailer from last week, which was still amazing.
It's incredible. There was Couture, the Angelina Jolie one.
I thought that looked good.
Yeah, me too, bro. I'm not a big Jolie person all the time now, but I thought that looked excellent. There was Strung, the Peacock black horror film with Lynn Whitfield. Looked interesting.
I did see that. I mean, what do you want me to say here?
It's Peacock. What about Little Brother? What are we doing here? Why is the Ingrid Goes West director directing Eric Andre and John Cena in a movie like this?
I mean, Ingrid Goes West is like the Godfather now.
No, I'm just saying.
The guy hasn't directed anything since. He needed a job. This is a job. True. I think it'll do good numbers. We're starved for comedies. People like John Cena. But yeah, this is a streaming movie. This isn't a theatrical release. I've heard it's not very good, but I'm gonna.
What a surprise! What a surprise! A lot of these Cena streaming movies are pretty much you take your chances with them. Did you see the Avatar: Last Airbender or the new Pressure trailer?
I love it. We need multiple Pressure trailers.
What about the trailer, the new Cult one on HBO Max with the guy who is from Studio 54 in the 70s there picking people up? Did you see any of that? Did you see that trailer?
No, I don't. What's that one called?
What's the name of that one called? Sorry, but hold on. Let me see here. Can you Bring Me the Beauties, I think is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I have the screeners for that. Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we do.
I've been watching a lot of shit. I mean, I watched Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed, which I can now talk about.
Is that good? Tatiana Maslany? Is it good?
I had a blast with it.
Oh, good.
It was really, really good. Best soundtrack of the year.
Nice.
I saw The Burrows this week.
Okay, yeah, it's out now on Netflix.
I finished The Burrows. It was okay. Not cool.
Damn.
It's just Stranger Things with older people, really.
Okay.
I watched another show. What the fuck was it? Well, I saw Passenger this week.
Okay.
Collider had a screening and Perry moderated it, and it was not very good.
Oh, that's a shame. Okay.
I did have one cool sequence though, where like the characters are watching Roman Holiday on like a projector in the woods.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so then like the shit hits the fan, right? And so then they're using the projector as like a light source. So you're seeing, it's Jimmy Stewart, right?
Yeah.
You're seeing Jimmy Stewart's face like projected against the trees.
Oh, wait. Roman Holiday, I think, is Gregory Peck and Audrey Hepburn.
Maybe it was.
It's Gregory Peck. Yeah.
Yeah, then it's Gregory Peck. Sorry.
Yeah.
And just seeing like his face blown up against the trees and having a whole sequence play out against that. So, it has its moments. It's not the worst horror movie of the year, but it was not very good.
Okay. All right.
You see Obsession, John?
I have not seen Obsession yet. I've not seen Hokum yet. I will get to those this weekend. The one thing I did see, though, was the extra episode for Yogurt Shop Murders that is coming. It's about an hour and a half. It's the best episode of the series. Because I thought the series was a little slow in some spots, especially when they were focusing on that documentary filmmaker that was making a film already about this situation. She kind of would grind some of the episodes to a halt. But the new extra episode that's coming out, which shows you that they found who did it, is incredible. So I highly recommend it when it drops. I think next week it's dropping next week. Highly, highly recommend it to people to see that one. Also, we finished off Hacks. Great fucking finale. That's what else.
Yep.
Great fucking finale. Yeah.
Man, this Kyle Busch.
Yeah. Are they saying anything more on it? Like what it is? Because it's a mystery illness, they're saying.
Yeah, no, they didn't. They said it was like a complaining about sinuses and stuff.
Yeah. He said he was coughing, and then 2 weeks later, he's gone. It's crazy. Fred Texas over my dead body is like the guy in that war movie talking about going home and eating at his favorite burger place. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I wasn't going to address this obviously before the show came out, but like they're not being too subtle with this.
No, you're right. Andrew Sanchez, John and Jeff, could you see Disney selling Star Wars if Starfighter ends up not delivering in terms of quality and monetarily? How much is the IP worth?
No, I couldn't. I think they're too invested with all like the parks and stuff like that. It would be too difficult to untangle.
Sony is never going to sell Spider-Man, and Disney's never going to sell Star Wars. Just never. It just doesn't make any sense to sell it. Cartoon for thoughts on Obsession if Jeff has seen it. Jeff, did you see it? Thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I didn't think it was like great. I didn't think it was like A tier. This is like rewrite the books. It was good, and she was very good. Indy Navarrete. Michael Johnson was good as well. Good, very good. That's what I can say. I wish it was scarier.
But you're a hard man to please when it comes to
very hard. Yeah, no. I have high standards.
Yeah.
But this movie was like overhyped. It was a lot.
Doing really well at the box office. Doing really well.
I needed it to be a little bit more violent. I thought there were some holes. Like I just thought that the rules of things were not particularly clear. But I tell you, I love the idea of like an obsession anthology show. I'm all for that with like a new episode exploring a different wish every episode.
That could be fun.
Season or whatever. Curry Barker definitely like a promising movie for him, much better than Milk and Cereal, which I know was only made for $800, but like couldn't watch that movie. This movie definitely entertaining. He was working the crowd like on strings. But yeah, it was not perfect.
Have you seen Is God Is? That's another one that's getting a lot of great reviews.
Is God Is, like that's another. It's like that movie made $2.2 million and Obsession made 17.2. So like this is a failure and this is the greatest thing ever. And those those two girls, Carrie Young and Mallory Johnson and the director Alicia Harris, like they're just totally overshadowed by the Obsession team. But what they did is arguably just as impressive. It just has a smaller audience. There are flaws to Is God Is as well. But like Sterling K. Brown's performance in that movie is scarier than anything in Obsession. Okay.
All right. There we go. Jesse Nino says, hey, Jeff, F the Patriots and F Liverpool, Rocha. Whoa, what's with all that? What's that all about?
F this and F that, Jesse Nino.
Jordan McChug says, got dragged to see Obsession with the missus this week. Was really surprised by it. In my opinion, the best horror I've seen since Talk to Me. Wow. All right.
I mean, what's that list? And that's the thing. I would put this movie.
Would you put it above Hokum?
Around or underneath Talk to Me and Hereditary.
Okay.
I don't think it's quite as impressive as those. But it's the next level down, and certainly better than a lot of other horror movies that have received a ton of acclaim, like In a Violent Nature and countless others.
What was the one with Richard E. Grant? No, not Richard Grant. Who am I thinking of? The dude from
Death of a Unicorn?
The dude from
Hugh Grant?
Yes. Grant? Yeah, what was the one with the two girls in the religion?
Heretic.
Yeah, Heretic.
Yeah,
where you put Heretic?
Obsession is better than Heretic, I would say.
Okay. All right.
And again, it was only made for $750,000. Like, I don't think it's as slick as Heretic or some of these other movies that we've discussed.
Right.
But it was more successful than Heretic.
I could make a movie for $750,000. Somebody reach out to me who's got $750,000. I will direct it. Cartoon 49. Rank these 5 movies from 2015. Mad Max Fury Road, Star Wars The Force Awakens, Straight Outta Compton, Creed, and The Martian. Wow. Force Awakens is 11 years old already? Jesus Christ.
I'll go. Yeah, you go.
No, go ahead, brother. Go.
I'm going to go The Martian. Straight Outta Compton. Creed, Mad Max, Star Wars.
Yeah, I go Mad Max Fury Road, The Martian, Creed, Force Awakens, and Straight Outta Compton. I only dig Straight Outta Compton because that is a myth about what these guys is not really telling the truth about some of the nefarious activities these guys were up to while they were making that album. So
cry about it to the Michael Jackson biopic.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's just Joe. Any Batman DC news, Jeff? Have you heard anything, Jeff?
I gave it all up last week. I thought that
there you go.
Seems pretty prophetic in hindsight. Again, why is this guy getting jacked up and shaving his head to play Harvey Dent? Can somebody explain this?
Yeah, that's a good point. I had a friend reach out and say that you were wrong about that. And they said they know that you're not. But I was like, well, how do you know? Well, he said he can't tell me how he knows. And I'm like, well, then you have just as much credibility. I didn't say it was
right. I said, take it with a huge grain of salt. It's just someone who has worked on a bunch of big movies. That's the only reason that they have any credibility.
Yeah, exactly.
They could easily have been pulling my chain. And I said I thought that they were pulling my chain after the response. You did. That's right. Dennis Hoffman, could they do King Conan a la The Northman? What we hope the death of Robin Hood is. Does McHugh have it in him? 20th is the studio. Oh, The Northman didn't make any money though. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, so The Northman was really good. I think it's like a best case scenario for this. I don't know that McQuarrie does have it in him personally.
And as good as Northman was, it didn't make any money. Death of Robin Hood.
I think it did well in VOD.
Oh, it did? Oh, okay. Well, Death of Robin Hood, I don't know how that's going to do. That's really up in the air. So we'll see. Cartoon 49, any update? Will we when we'll see a new Digger trailer? I don't know. WB Grad says, how do the tax credit works? Do they have to start filming before fiscal year ends? Is the tax relief exemption expiring? Some other condition?
Yeah, I don't know that it's before. I don't know when the fiscal year does end. I don't know exactly, but there is obviously a date that they have to, you either use it or lose it.
Yeah. Fantastic. I can see Franco in something like an 80s remake of Porky's or Hollywood Nights, but that's just me. I don't know if he would debase himself to go down to that level. A remake of Porky's. I don't think he's that desperate.
Rambo with Noah Centineo. Pump the brakes there, guy.
Well, I'm just saying, Rambo is.
You think that fucking Rambo characters are more famous than fucking Mr. Miyagi, but you've like completely lost your mind when it comes to this.
You were. I talked to many Rambo people who said you were insane with your
no.
I did.
You are the insane one. Let me be very clear about that.
No. A lot of people were like, how the fuck did he not know who Colonel Troutman? And he's an essential part of it.
Whether I knew him or not, the fact that the idea that this guy is bigger than an international icon like Mr. Miyagi, you were so off base by that. The poll numbers spoke for themselves. I did a poll.
Yeah, you did a poll with your fans. That's not objective in any way, shape, or form.
Poll on your Twitter. We'll see.
Dennis Hoffman. Mando Grogu definitely feels safe. Excited to take my kids, but man, can Favreau get back to making movies like Chef? Marvel makes safe but interesting choices like Daniel Destin Cretton. Wonderful choice. Yeah. And we'll see what a Spider-Man is like here in a few weeks, right? July. So we're not that far away, like 2 months away. So strap in, everybody. Strap in.
Speaking of Spider-Man, did you watch the Punisher special?
I did, yeah. One Last Kill.
What do you think Walt Disney would have said?
It would have never shown if Walt Disney was alive.
You'd be like, holy fuck, this is on Disney Plus. That was super fun.
It was crazy violent. I had someone comment on my review and say Daredevil Born Again was way more violent than this show. And I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. Your dumb mind. My boy was killing people left and right. I know Kingpin threw some people at the wall, but my boy was killing people left and right.
Like he was killing like 3 dudes a minute. Like,
yeah. Like homie with the pen. The tattoo dude with the pen in the diner. Good God almighty.
A couple more stabs there. I don't know if you really put that guy away.
Wiley UFC says, sending support. 808s and synths in Star Wars was insane. Took me out of the movie. Oh, wow. I didn't even care. I thought that was really cool.
It's just a new movie?
Yeah. I like the synths. I like the 808s. It made it feel interesting. So, anachronistic. Yeah. Channel name. Thank you, channel name. Obviously, there's the release stuff, but is there anything else you've heard about with Greta Gerwig's Narnia? That whole production has been weirdly tight-lipped. Well, I think because people aren't that interested. I just don't think people are that interested in Narnia. I really don't. I don't think people are like going crazy for Narnia. I think that's why it's been tight-lipped, because there hasn't been that desire to see more of it. What do you think?
Mostly a bunch of British kids.
Yeah. Have you heard anything more on it, like he's asking? Or no? Okay. LaSteeler says Batman 2 is Aaron Rodgers. LaSteeler. Batman 2 is probably WB's biggest upcoming box office film, maybe even making $1 billion. Y'all don't think WB is crawling back to Matt and Rob for part 3?
LaSteeler, that's what John Roca said. And I said immediately they're making a part 3. I'm pretty sure about that.
I take nothing for granted. I'm not saying they won't come crawling back or will come crawling back. I'm saying I take nothing for granted because I don't know what they're going to do with this merger. I don't know how that's going to affect the direction. I don't know if people are want to kind of stay and work with Warner Brothers or Paramount. So to me, everything is up in the air until this merger is settled. And then after this merger is settled, we'll see. So that's why I look at it that way. Matt Guillemette says, do you think the prequels are more beloved than the sequels? And if so, you think that will change in time? Yeah.
What are we talking? The prequels to Star Wars?
Yeah, the prequel trilogy is more beloved than the sequels.
No.
You don't think so? You don't think Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith are more beloved than Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker?
No.
Oh, see, there's another thing you're wrong about. The prequels are much more beloved.
People with like Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman, Sam Jackson, Liam Neeson, like posters on their wall than there are like Dam and like Poe and Finn and Rey.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, I think the prequels are bigger for sure because the young kids have grown up and taken over Star Wars. I still don't like those movies. There are good scenes in all the movies, but I don't like those movies. Cartoon 49, thoughts on WB Clockwork picking up the Park Chan next film?
I mean, love it.
Yeah.
Love that movie looks like it's actually going to get made. There was certainly a question of that. Even when the project was first announced, it was like, man, is this just a Cannes announcement sort of thing? But Clockwork certainly sounds like it makes it real. And I love that they're doing Sean Baker and then Park Chan-wook.
Yeah. We'll see. 2 days ago, it looks like they're going to do that. So there you go. Yeah. Mumra says, I asked Jeff already, but Rocha, have you seen or did you know about the 2014 movie Mercenaries? Has some of the cast you wanted to see for the new Expendables? Yeah, I'd never heard about it. I saw people tweet at me about it. Maybe you did, Mumra, as well. But that's a low level film, right? The Expendables is a much higher level. So if you're going to go with some of those people, bringing them in, I think there's a better quality film to be made there. But respect, man. Robert G. Quinta already asked about thoughts on Obsession. Jeff already talked about that. WB guys, any thoughts?
B+.
Was it? Okay, B+. WB, any thoughts on Half Man? I haven't seen any of the episodes.
I watched one episode. If time's infinite, I'll go back and finish that show, but I'm in no hurry, man. That was a slog. It was a slog.
There you go.
think that Stuart dude is really talented, though.
Okay. Alan Smith says, I'm on the Hot Mic merch page right now trying to buy a hat. It asks what size, Rocha or Sneider. I can't tell which is bigger.
That's a good question. Rocha probably physically has the larger head, but in a metaphorical sense, I have.
Yes, Jeff does have. So true. Yeah, my head's about a 7.5. I think Jeff's is a little bit
something
bigger.
Else at 7.5. But anyways.
Oh. Your feet. Here we go. Let's get to the Streamlabs here.
Size 5.
Fantastic says, hey, Hot Mike, love showing support for you, my dudes. Rank these movies with an actor named Jason. All the President's Men with Jason Robards, American Pie with Jason Biggs, The Transporter with Jason Statham, The Patriot with Jason Isaacs, and Rushmore with Jason Schwartzman. Ooh.
I'll go American Pie, All the President's Men, Rushmore. What were the others? The Transporter and what?
Yeah, The Patriots.
I'll go The Transporter and The Patriot.
Okay. I go All the President's Men, Rushmore, American Pie, the Transporter, and then The Patriot. Yeah, absolutely.
American Pie, baby. That's my jam. That is my all the President's Men.
Have you signed up for OnlyFans yet? Shannon Elizabeth is officially on OnlyFans.
I get an automatic comp. A fellow creator comp. So
I bet you get a creator comp. Phil P, huge love, Johnny and Jeff, for ya. Boy in old London town. Hey, Philip. Yeah, good to see you, brother, man. Pray for my... What's that?
Everybody's Chicken Town.
There
you go. Know that song? You know that song?
No, I don't. Everybody's Chicken Town?
Look up Everybody's Chicken Town after this. It was played at the end of the Sopranos episode. It's one of the best closing Sopranos songs.
Oh. Pray for my Spurs survival, please, gang. What's the reaction in the industry to The Punisher One Last Kill? I loved it, by the way. Yeah, we didn't talk about... I loved it. Did you like it, Jeff? Or was it a little too crazy?
It's like a fun way to spend 45 minutes, but it was like, why did we need to make this? It's just like him killing, but like, what is the story that is advanced here? I have no idea. I like Judith Light; she was great.
I know, wasn't she? She was hilarious.
Manucci. But yeah, I don't know what the point of it was. Why we needed to have it.
Well, by the end, he's kind of put away his trauma over the death of his family, and he's now embracing being the Punisher and reclaiming the logo from the AVTF guys who were abusing it in the Daredevil series, which is what I think was the point of it. But yes, it got kind of muddled with all the blood and death and bodies that were stacked.
John Bernthal got to eat.
Yeah, John Bernthal.
Rob Schneider and Grown Ups 3.
Did you see Gary, by the way? Have you watched that Bear episode? Do you watch the Bear? I forget if you watched
the Bear.
Yeah. It's a good episode. BK23, you guys are the best. Keep it up. Rank my five favorite films of all time.
No.
Pulp Fiction, Jurassic Park, National Lampoon's Vacation, Almost Famous, and Collateral. Those are your top 5. Interesting. Not a classic in the bunch. Maybe Pulp Fiction.
Jurassic Park.
Vacation?
Then what? Almost Famous.
Almost Famous and Collateral.
All right. I'll go Collateral at 3, Almost Famous 4, and Vacation at 5.
What's your 1, 2? Jurassic Park and Pulp
Fiction, Jurassic Park.
Okay. I will say, this is tough. I will say Pulp Fiction, Almost Famous, Collateral, Jurassic Park, and Vacation. That's how I would do it.
Oh, not a lot of love for Jurassic Park.
I'm not a Jurassic Park guy. Really haven't. I've never been, really. It's a fun movie. It's the best one of the series. It's a great watch, but I never find myself going on, let me put Jurassic Park on. That never happened. Jacob McKenzie sent this in 3 times. Thank you, Jacob. He said, hello, John and Jeff. Do you have any X-Men reboot scoops? Jeff, anything?
Nah.
No? Okay. All right.
Nah, not yet. But I've heard it's casting.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll find out, I suppose.
3 roles in their mid to late 20s.
Are you fucking around? Or are you being serious?
Yeah, I have to take this call. Keep going.
Okay. Andrew Sanchez says, was wondering if you guys could explain what makes up a movie's budget. Crazy when I see movies with 200 million plus budgets, and then Obsession, which was a $750K, Totally agree with Jeff on Obsession. Good, not great. And also Odyssey runtime is just chef's kiss. Respect. Well, Andrew, the budgets are all a matter of like where they're shooting, who they're signing to be a part of the movie, who is involved in the production crew. Are they getting a high-end cinematographer, a high-end composer, a high-end set designer, costumer? All of that goes into the budget of a movie. In a studio, you write the script, it gets greenlit by the studio, then they look at the script and see how much they want to spend on the movie, and it becomes that. And then the studio looks at, well, what kind of credit can we get if we make this movie for a certain amount of money and do it at a certain time and in this certain location so we can get some money back. So that's what's involved with all of that. Plus, you're paying the director, you're paying the producers, you're paying the writer, you're paying the actors, as I said. So there's a lot that goes into the money that's being used, how big the production crew is to make the movie, if you're going into multiple locations, if you're going international. So all of that is part of what goes into the budget of a movie. Obsession, $750K. It's because they pitched it that way. He's a YouTuber. And so there's a different approach to it that, okay, we're going to invest this much in it, but that's it. And so that's kind of the approach there. Jeff, anything I'm wrong about or you want to add to that?
I wasn't listening to you, bro.
Oh, okay. He was asking, Andrew Sanchez was, if you guys could explain what makes up a movie's budget. Crazy when I see movies with $200 million as a budget, and then I see Obsession with a $750,000 as a budget. So there you go. And I was just explaining what I think that.
I mean, it's union crews versus non-union crews. It's
that as well.
Lighting. It's visual effects. There's a lot of stuff.
Post-production for sure.
A lot of Obsession was just like interiors. It was just like people in rooms, poorly lit rooms. So
one last super chat here. Mumrod, did you see the new MJ Netflix doc? Will you watch? Well, Jeff didn't even know it was a trailer was out for it. So, but he's got the Netflix connections. He could probably get those to watch for sure.
I can take. I'll take a look right now. See if it's here. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Is it in my special thing? It is not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I've got The Last Airbender. I've got season 2 of the 4 seasons.
Ooh. Yeah, without
a good story about a season 2 though.
Without Steve Carell. That's
right, without Steve Carell. I saw the teaser this week for The Agency.
Yes, season 2.
It's back. So I haven't gotten any emails on The Agency in like 2 years or anything. So I emailed the old email addresses. I don't even know if it's like the same PR firm that's coming back to work on season 2. And I just like, listen, guys, this is serious. Like, my top Michael Fassbender sources tell me that they need me to see this show and that you guys are screener. And they did.
Oh, nice.
They sent it. So thank you to my top Michael Fassbender sources who definitely exist. And looking forward to diving into season 2 soon.
Nice. I should reach out too. I love that. I loved The Agency. It was great.
Yeah. Good show.
What's that? Good show. Yeah. I thought it was a good season. Yeah. Let's see. What else have we got here? I think that's everything, man. I think that's everything. Jamie sent us some people doing wrestling imitations, but I don't think we need to play that necessarily on the show. And I think that's all the Streamlabs Super Chats. All right, let's get on out of here. Jeff, we're at 6. Let's go. Please let people know.
My store, the Superstore.
Yeah.
It's got everything you need. Hats, gloves, mittens, thong underwear, edible underwear, edible thong underwear.
None of that is in there. None of that.
Just go to the store, check it out. It's the hot mic. It's technically www.bestnametape.com/the-hot-mic-shop-s/4592.htm. We're gonna have to try to simplify that. I think. Have to, talk to my brother about coming up with a more memorable URL or one that's easier to. But
no offense to your brother, we're gonna have to figure that out.
He worked hard on it. TheInsnider.com for my newsletter. Big stuff coming.
Hey.
And I'm available on Cameo.
There you go. Go sign up for him on Cameo for sure. And as we're wrapping up, just one last reminder, the Rocha Show is coming. It will be coming to the channel here in June at some point. And I'll be doing multiple episodes of the show here on the channel, covering some of the stuff in Jeff's newsletter, covering some of the stuff in other newsletters that I come across, and also just talking about stuff I want to talk about going on in the world today, outside of the world of entertainment as well. Kind of changing the overall approach of the channel here a little bit. So letting you all know that's what's happening. Please subscribe to the channel down below. Hit that bell button. Leave all your comments and everything we talked about. And don't forget, we are a podcast. So please subscribe to the podcast in case you want to re-listen to it or and don't want to see our pretty faces. All right, take care of yourselves. Be well. Have a great weekend. And we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode here of The Cinephiles. Peace. Until then.